Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Imam An-Nawawi's 40 Hadith series. Today we are on lesson 6 and the title for this hadith is Protecting the Heart. So inshallah let's get straight into it. And now I'll read the translation from An-Nu'man ibn Bashir, who said, I heard Allah's Messenger ﷺ say, the lawful is clear and the prohibited is clear. Between them are some unclear matters. Most people don't know their reality, so whoever is wary of the unclear matters has maintained the innocence of his religion and his dignity. But whoever dwells in the unclear matters falls into the prohibited. He is like a shepherd who grazes his animals right on the boundaries of a forbidden sanctuary. He is always on the brink of slipping into it. Surely every king has his forbidden zones, and verily the forbidden zone of Allah is what He has prohibited. And in every body there is a piece of flesh which, when it is wholesome, the whole body is wholesome, but when it is spoiled, the whole body becomes spoiled. Verily, it is the heart. Reported by Bukhari and Muslim. So now, the lawful is clear and the unlawful is clear. The Prophet ﷺ said, the lawful is clear and the prohibited is clear. Between them are some unclear matters. Most people don't know their reality. This means that things which are completely lawful are clear and there is no confusion regarding them. Also, things which are completely prohibited are likewise clear. However, between those two are many issues which are confusing or unclear to most people. Is it lawful or prohibited? But as for those firmly grounded in knowledge, such issues are not confusing to them, and they know into which category it goes. And now, what are the clearly lawful and clearly prohibited? As for the clearly lawful, this includes, for example, eating all clean and good foods, such as plants, fruit, and cattle, and drinking all clean and lawful beverages. It also includes wearing the clothing one needs, whether from cotton, linen, wool, or other materials. Likewise, marriage done in the lawful manner, and acquiring wealth lawfully, such as with a valid contract, like buying and selling, inheritance, gifts, one shares in spoils of war, and the like. As for the clearly prohibited, this includes eating dead or improperly killed animals, blood drained from an animal, or anything from a pig. It also includes drinking of alcohol, marrying in an unlawful way, or wearing silk for men specifically. Examples of illicit acquisition of wealth include from interest, gambling, proceeds from what was not lawful to sell, property taken by theft, intimidation or deception, and etc. And now you have the unclear matters, which some people are not sure if it is allowed or prohibited. So as for the unclear matters, they are, for example, some of the things in which there is a difference of opinion among the scholars as to whether it is lawful or prohibited. Among objects, this could include horses, mules, donkeys, and lizards. Also, it could include the drinking beverages in which there are some different opinions, such as some juices which contain a tiny amount of alcohol, but where it will take a huge amount to actually reach intoxication, or wearing materials in which they are differed, such as skins of wild predators, and etc. So this is the meaning with which the unclear matters was interpreted by Ahmed and other scholars. So there is an analogy used in the hadith, and inshallah we'll go through it and inshallah explain it. As for the Prophet's words, he is like a shepherd who grazes his animals right on the boundaries of a forbidden sanctuary. He is always on the brink of slipping into it. Surely every king has his forbidden zones, and verily the forbidden zone of Allah is what He has prohibited. So the Prophet has given us this analogy of one who engages in the unclear matters, and that his falling into the clearly forbidden is not far behind. He compared the clearly forbidden to a preserve which is guarded and protected by a king who doesn't allow any others to enter it. So Allah is the guardian of everything He has prohibited, and He forbid His slaves to come near it. In the analogy, one who makes a habit of grazing his animals right on the boundary of the preserve is almost sure to slip into it and violate the king's rules by grazing his animals there one day. Likewise is one who goes beyond the clearly lawful and makes a habit of engaging in the unclear matters. He is so very close to the clearly prohibited. He is very likely to slip sooner or later into it. From this we understand it is best to stay far away from the clearly prohibited and to have a barrier or a distance or space between it and yourself. Next, the Prophet ﷺ said, "And in every body there is a piece of flesh which, when it is wholesome, the whole body is wholesome, but when it is spoiled, the whole body becomes spoiled. Verily, it is the heart." So inshallah we'll talk a bit about this. This indicates that the righteousness of the actions of the slave, his avoiding of the prohibited and his avoidance of the unclear matters, is in accordance to the righteousness of the actions of his heart. So if his heart is sound and contains nothing but love for Allah, love for all that which is loved by Allah, fear of Allah, and fear of falling into anything disliked by Allah, then all the actions of his body members or body parts will be righteous, and this will result in the avoidance of all prohibited things and the avoidance of the unclear matters for fear of falling into the clearly prohibited, like we said in the analogy before. If, on the other hand, the heart is corrupted, spoiled or rotten, and is overrun with following desires and whims and seeking gratification, even if it is in something disliked by Allah, all of the actions of his body members or body parts will be spoiled, and they will gravitate to every disobedience and unclear matters according to the desires of the heart. So nothing will benefit anyone before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except a sound heart or a good heart, a pure heart. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Ash-Shu'ara verse 8, "On the day when neither wealth nor sons will avail anything, only whoever comes to Allah with a sound heart." Jazakallah khairan for watching. This is the end of the video. Inshallah we'll be doing the An-Nawawi's hadith every week on Monday if possible. And may Allah bless you and your families. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.